In just a few days, rodeo fans will be filling the stands here at the Pendleton Roundup. But this week, cattle and sheep producers are gathered here in Pendleton, Oregon for the Public Lands Council's 55th annual meeting. And our on-the-road coverage this week is brought to you by Ag-Risk Advisors. For more on their risk management tools like pasture, rangeland, and forage insurance, visit agriskadvisors.com. Well, this week, cattle and sheep producers will be focusing on a multitude of issues that are important to livestock grazing on federal lands. They're also going to be learning about the latest technologies and methods to improve livestock grazing and resource management out on the landscape.
The thing about coming to Pendleton is that we've got such a mix of the history behind a lot of ranching in the West, mixed with trying to develop policy and issues to take us forward into the future.
Ranchers will work on several priority areas, including their concern with the Bureau of Land Management's Conservation and Landscape Health Rule, among others.
You know, we continue to reach out to the BLM and say, let's sit down and see, you know, there's parts of this that we might be able to come to agreement on. But, you know, the biggest issue we've had was just the process that they went through in kind of throwing it out there. But, you know, there's a lot of other issues. ESA continues to kind of rise to the top. We've got sage grouse, we've got wolves. I mean, we just, people in our industry get tired of always being pointed at, you know, that we are a problem. And in reality, we still feel we are a solution if we're willing to sit down and work things out. And that's a lot of what we try and emphasize, and what we'll talk about this week is how can we be a solution to a perceived problem.
And despite all the challenges that livestock producers face, Rober said ranchers are very optimistic at this year's meeting.
With cattle prices the way they are, and weather kind of cooperating anyway, of maybe making the turn, things are looking up, and we, you know, just look forward to the future and being able to provide this country food and fiber.
We'll continue to share more from this year's Public Lands Council annual meeting in Pendleton, Oregon here on The Report, and also on our YouTube and Facebook channels.